What's going on YouTube? What's going on YouTube? So we back with another video, and in today's video we are going to talk about the ticker symbol SPY as always. And right now we're looking at the 4 hour. Apologize if any ads pop up down here. I didn't pay for the updated version yet, and now all these ads just keep popping up, so I need to get rid of it by just going redoing my subscription. But today we're going to talk about the ticker symbol SPY, and this is SPY on the 4 hour. Now, I just want to mark out some key levels and just give y'all some insight on some things. So, I do have Robinhood up as well. So, this is Robinhood. And in Robinhood, you can see right now we're sitting at 665.82 is where we at in the market. Here we're at 663.07. So that means that we are now sitting at this level right here. 665. Let's go here. 82. So we are now sitting at this level here. Now here's what I want you to pay attention to. If I come right here and mark this level, which when I say mark this level, I mean right here at the bottom of these wicks. So the low is 661.17, and then the low on this one is 661.37. So what I'm going to do is mark 661.17 because that's the lowest. Now all that I do is I just come back over on this side here, and I see if anything is above that level. I just come and I test and see what happens at this level. Now I could see a couple zones here where it's just touching that line. So let's look at this. We're gonna look at this candle right here. I'm gonna look at the low on this. So the low on it is 661.35. Now let's come over here to this candle. This candle is 661.32 on the low. So that's all that I do. I come over here to candles that are close to that level, and I look at what the numbers are. If there's numbers that are constantly hitting that number or hitting that area, then I'll mark it as support or resistance, depending on if it's support or resistance. Support would be under, resistance would be overhead. What you have to do is look at it like this. These are all buyers in this area. Why? Because when this came down here to this level, these candlesticks, it pushed all the way up here. When it came down here, it's pushed up now to this level. Now what we're looking for is a break of structure. So you can wait until it breaks the high of 672.33, or you can wait until it breaks the high of 669.33. Totally up to you. But if you look at the opening on this green candle, which is 664.31, if you look at the closing, if you look at the closing on this one, it is 669.33. If you look at the opening on the candle next to it, we'll see what that is. 669.37. 669.33. So we are not that far off from here. So I would go in a range of 663.37 is where I would go. So as soon as we pass 663.97, what I'm looking for is a break to the upside, a retest, which means that I want it to come back to the downside, and this is on a higher time frame. So I wanted to come up here and break this level right here. And then we are looking for a retest. If it does not go lower than this level here, we are looking for this. If we do get that, this is going to be your entry, because now we're going to continue to push to the upside. If that does not happen, because we have a lot of news this week, what may happen is right now we're sitting at this level. So during pre-market, we may see a push up. If it rejects off of here and give you the same wick, we are looking for a rejection back down to this side, and anything underneath this level, we are going to take a put. The reason why I say that is because if we come over here to this level here, you can see that every time we're underneath this line, it's bearish momentum. Every time we push underneath is bearish momentum. Not a lot. This is a decent amount here, right? But just marking this level, if you look here at these candles here, and then you come over here and look at these candles, you can see that around this area, it has the exact same effect. If I mark the top of this candle here, I'm just going to put a line. It's not exact, but you can see that every time we touch this level, push down. When we got through to this level, we retested, push down, right? We rejected off this level, push down. The moment that we get above it, when we tap this zone, we pop up, right? We come over here back to this zone. There's buyers. There's always buyers at this level here. So understand that. Right here, what do we have? Sellers. As soon as it went through, it popped up. We had buyers at this level. So now we're looking for buyers here again. And if buyers step in overnight, then we're going to continue to push to the upside and maybe start trying to go back towards our all-time highs. So this is definitely a great buying level. If it does come down, it may come down here to this range here. This is not the exact number, but I'm just showing you that these are levels. This is a level. There is rejecting off of this zone here. Now you can see this one broke through over here, but we are rejecting quite a bit off that zone. So let's say that we go to the lower time frame. Let's go to the 1 hour. So if we go to the 1 hour, you can see that we wanted to push up like this. Again, we wanted to go above here. It needs to pass this level and retest. So if it retests and it gives you this indication on a higher time frame, then you know that you are prepared to take this trade to the upside. If it does not do that and it continues to the downside, you can look at it passing 661. If it gets under 661 and then retests and it holds, so it comes back down from 655.82, it's going to come down, it's going to retest, and then we'll push lower, and this will be your entry. If we don't push lower, we could get some consolidation. It's going to be pretty tough in the market for the first 3 days because there's a lot going on, Feds and rates, and it's just a lot of stuff in the market that's going on. You got Fed speakers and stuff going on at the beginning, so keep that in mind. But you can even see here on this line, when I go to the lower time frame, you can see this level here pushes down, pushes up. Right here, you can see right when we got back to this level, we pushed down. And all it is we went underneath this level. So sellers were in the market here because we went lower than this level here. We closed below it, right? We came back up, we tested it again. This is the exact same thing over here. So sellers are in the market at this level. Sellers are in the market right here, but buyers were strong enough to push it over. Well, same thing here. Buyers are in the market, they pushed it up. But the minute that we get underneath this level, you can see that it becomes a selling party. So that's how I read the charts. Hopefully it makes sense. I'm looking for a move in either direction, and I'm prepared for whatever direction it moves in. If you are looking for a specific entry, I am going to show you exactly what it is that I do. And I'm either looking for longs or shorts. So I'll go to the first 5 minute, which is an open range breakout. So this is my 5 minute candle. I'm going to mark the high and I'm going to mark the low. So that's the high and the low of my 5 minute candle. Now you can see during pre-market, we pushed up, but I'm aware of this level up here. Why am I aware of it? Because we had a recent push down at this level over here. So that was my indication. I felt like we were going to push to the downside. So the high and the low, we broke the high, and this is the 5 minute. Once we broke it, we came back down. I'm waiting on a retest. I need a retest of this line. So I need a retest and a push back to the upside. I don't have that push to the upside. So once we get this bearish closing candle to close past these two levels here, I'm looking for a retest of the upside and a push back down to the downside. So the moment that we got below this level here, which was here at this candle, that's the low of the 5 minute. As soon as it went to the low of the 5 minute, we broke it, we retested, got some rejection off of this high here, which is similar to this candle. We got rejection, hard rejection. The moment that this candle pulled down and it pulled up, that was my indication to get in. Now if I turn on my EMAs, same exact thing. It's rejecting off my 8 and my 20 via VWAP. So my VWAP and my 8 EMA is showing that it pushed off of that. So once we rejected and showed that we weren't going any higher, this next candle here was an indication to continue to the downside, or we wait for the push down and then we wait for another rejection, which would have been this candle here, where you could have rolled it here, or you could have waited till it retested, and then you could have continued to ride it all the way down to the 661, which would have put you right here is where you could have got out. So that's the 1 o'clock. So you could have had a $4 move on the SPY, and if you were trading SPX, it would have been a $40 move, which you would have definitely made some decent amount of money. So Friday was the day for a down day, and if you caught it up here, you could have held it for the entire day. Market has been tricky, so get in and get out. I wouldn't hold too long unless you're an experienced swing trader. I'm not there yet, but I do just understand the charts, and it's all about discipline and execution. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave any comments below, like this video, and share it to someone that may be just starting off with trading, and we're gonna grow together. Appreciate y'all.